Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to edit one of your photos in the style of Kensuke Koike. And the first thing you'll notice about his work is that it's black and white. So you need to make sure you've got your photograph open, and we'll go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, down to Black and White, and press OK. And if you'd like to change the settings in more detail, you can use these sliders here. For example, any of the reds if you want to make them darker or lighter. I'm just going to use Auto for now. OK. Next up, double click back on your layers and you need to go back to layer 1. Now you're going to make a selection because we're going to try and make a cube shape on top of this photograph. And to use a selection, or to make a selection, you press this tool, it's the second one down, and this is the rectangular marquee tool, or you can press M on your keyboard. Now I need to try and make a cube which has the same size square on all sides. And this is quite tricky to try and make it, or try and do that with your hand each time. So a quicker way of doing that is to change the style. So at the top, the style is normal. If you click fixed size, you can choose the size. It's already set to 150 by 150. PX stands for pixels. So if I just click, that's 150 by 150 pixels. I'm just going to change that to 175, and I need to change this one to 175. You might need to make this bigger or smaller, but both need to have the same number in for it to be a square like that. Okay, I think that's fine. Now I'm going to select this part of the image, which I think is quite interesting. I'm on layer 1, so I'm going to press Control C for copy, Control V for paste. So Control C, Control V, and I've got a new layer 2 there. So if I hide the bottom layer, I've got my layer there. I'm just going to press the move tool, which is this top one, to move that to the side. I'm actually going to hide that layer for now. I'm going to go back to layer 1, back to my selection tool, and it's already the size that I need. It's 175 by 175. I'm going to choose another part of the picture, so quite like this line on the bottom, so I'm going to use this bit. I'm on layer 1, I'm going to press Control C for copy, Control V to paste, and then I've got my move tool, I've got my second layer there, so that's layer 2 and layer 3 that I've already got. I'm going to do 2 more, so use my M marquee tool, rectangular marquee. I'm going to select a little bit from over here, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. I'm going to hide that layer and then go back to layer 1. My marquee selected, and I'm going to use quite like this unusual shape here with the blurry bits in the background. So layer 1, Control C for copy, Control V for paste. I'm going to move that there. Now I'm going to hide layer 1 and I'm going to show these 4 shapes that I've got. And what I need to do then is decide which layer I want at the front of my cube, and I'm going to go for this one, layer 2. So if I right click, I'm going to move that to the front, and the shape that I want at the back of my cube, so layer 5, let's have a look at that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that layer at the back. So I only need layer 2 and layer 5 to show. So I can hide layer 3, I can hide layer 4. Now I've got the start of a cube shape. I've got the front, because that's at the top. I've got the back, because that's underneath layer 2. I'm just going to move the front one somewhere like that, and I think that's fine for my cube shape. Next up, let's make layer 4 visible. So I'll select layer 4. I'm going to put that here, and I need to make that shift places. So it goes to the corner over there, so it goes back and it looks like a cube is coming forward. So what we can use is show transform tools at the top. Okay, so I'm going to press that, and that lets me drag, but it only lets me change the height and the width. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to press edit, undo, and it'll keep the square shape. But if I press shift, sorry, not shift, if I press control on my keyboard when I'm at the corner, you can see I'm going to change the shape, and I can drag that corner up to my other square, and I can drag that corner down to there. So I can move that and then just press the little tick button, or you can press enter on your keyboard. And then if you want to get rid of the transform tools, you click the arrow at the top to remove it. So the last one I need to do is layer 3. Oh, didn't mean to move that one. Let's select layer 3. And that's fine there because that's in line. So then for layer 3, I need to press show control, transform tools. I need to press control on my keyboard, drag that to the front, and I need to drag this one down to the front, and then I can press enter on my keyboard. I need to get rid of show transform controls, I don't want that anymore. Now, I'm doing this quite quickly. You can zoom into your work and line up any parts that aren't quite lined up, okay? And the next thing we need to do is make some of these layers less opaque, because we need to see some of the box behind. So if I go to my top layer, this is this one, and change the opacity, if I just click on that and drag it down, I can start to see the shape of the cube from here. So I'm just going to drag that down, I think, to 80. I think that looks fine. And the next one, I'm going to choose layer 4, which is my side piece, and I'm going to drag that down maybe to 80 as well, because I can still see the lines here. Now you notice I haven't done the top and I haven't done the bottom, because when I press the I back on layer 1 here, the bottom layer, I don't think I need to add any more. I think that's fine. So you can still make out the shape of the cube. Maybe actually that top layer I can increase the opacity a little bit. 85, let's try. Yeah, and you can still make out the shape of the cube. It looks quite complicated. And that's how we do it. So if you want to improve it, you just zoom in and figure out, using the show transform controls, which layer needs to move slightly to line up all of these edges.